Hey David, and I'm coming back to you, man. You know your shit. So yeah, you were right about that apartment in Barcelona. The rebuild was much more expensive. The construction guy came and said, "Look, man, I'm gonna become very rich thanks to you guys if you do this, but it's not a good deal for you guys. We calculated the numbers, we're out." So thanks for that. You gained quite a reputation with my dad. So I just wanted to share a little bit the perspective of where we're at, okay, in terms of the investment strategy and get a bit of feedback from you if this looks good or not, okay? So in terms of overall strategy, let me just pull this up a little bit so you see me a little bit bigger. It's not, here we were very focused on Barcelona and trying to focus on gentrified kind of neighborhoods of neighborhoods up to gentrification in the southern area of Barcelona. The problem is it seems to be massively overpriced. There's very little way to make additional money. And we started to look into, and also there's a massive penalty of investing here. If I invest here and I die tomorrow, the government will take 35% before, my daughter will have to find money, 35% of the value of whatever I invest in Barcelona to um to basically pay for taxes. So she'll have to sell it badly and then give 35% to the badly and fast and all this and give it to the government. So we looked into Valencia and Madrid because they have more long-term. First, the governments are much more pro-business. And in this region, we don't know them as well. There's challenges there. But here we have, just for your info, because I think you like this kind of stuff, okay? Madrid, okay, Madrid is really divided by this kind of circular areas that are basically what they call M30, M40, M50, okay? And then the interesting part is my uncle lives in this area here that got gentrified in the last 20 years. And now there's all road here. Now they've built parks, okay? This is similar to what you'll see in Valencia. And he just, for example, they've been buying, I mean, very tactical, okay? Not very, they haven't invested tons of money, rebuilding. And they bought little houses, old houses, and they're rebuilding it. And for example, they did this one and they rebuilt it into 3 really nice apartments. His daughter is an architect, so that makes a very big difference in terms of the confidence. And also, it's family. You're helping your daughter work it out, but they were really nice apartments. So that's an option, but that will come whenever it comes. We can't bet on it because it's a little bit. And then when we looked at this Valencia, Valencia is very attractive because 2 reasons. It's the 3rd city of Spain. It's like Barcelona, but smaller but much more open. So now it's getting that growth that Barcelona got the last 30 years. It's getting it now. It's accelerating. And also they've done a couple of really smart things. They have a really nice beach, really clean, because in the prime Barcelona had a lot of people living next to the beach, while in Valencia, not so much. So it's much cleaner and it's much better organized. And then they had a river here and there was one of these crappy rivers that doesn't do much, and they built a gigantic park. And then all the areas around this are just slowly gentrifying because the park is really insanely nice. It's not just that they put some grass there. No. The architecture is amazing. And also you have areas like this where you have the universities, and here you have kind of a very central area, and they're building tram down to the avenue. It's really nice. Okay. Then we were looking into apartments, and as always, it's very hard to make a deal out of an apartment. I mean, you can get it, but clearly we found a partner that will look for apartments that are like really old, and you need to get that upside of, look, 100,000 euros, it's a crappy place, no one wants it, and you rebuild it. Okay. And there's some options there. However, we found this other partners that seem quite interesting called Hawks Capital. Okay. Well, doesn't matter. The webpage won't say anything. And okay, I'll show you later when it loads. But the interesting thing about these guys, okay, is that they take properties, okay, and they buy it, and they already do the plan of how to rebuild it. And very important in terms of category that I mean, they have kind of, this is their design. Obviously it might look a little bit different, but we saw the materials in their office, so it's this kind of material. It's not top quality, but it's like, if top quality is a 10, this is an 8.5. So it's quite good and very well designed to maximize. And they offer you, and they tell you that this is the key, that they will manage it for you. Why manage it for you? This is important because there's 4 options you can have in Spain, okay? And right now, that is basically a house, a hotel, let's call it Airbnb, and then tourist apartment. touristic apartment. Okay, doesn't matter. This has the higher requirements. Okay, in terms of access to the building. I mean, it's having a doctor on site. Managing a hotel is expensive. House is obviously protected by law and a bunch of things. Airbnb, there's licenses, but they're closing them down. Okay, why? Because it's a shit show. Because it can be in the 5th floor of a big building, and then you keep on having people coming in, making noise, and all this. While tourist apartments are generally special licenses that have been authorized and are generally at the bottom floor, okay, or old buildings, things that people, that are not going to affect the neighbors, okay? And so this is where it's attractive, and they come and rebuild. Then they tell you, hey, this is the estimated, the average daily rate we think we can generate, okay? For example, this is their estimation, okay, of monthly, by week, what they think they can generate. I did a bit of a cross check. Here you only see the Airbnb kind of cross check, but it was actually, the Airbnb looked good. And they will manage if it's Airbnb, if it's other platforms, okay? And I also looked at AirDNA. It's another one that kind of analyzes how much money you can make on. And then the key factors are they're saying that their average daily expected rate for a 70 square meter or 700 square feet kind of apartment, one of this that you see right here, okay, that you see. Let me show you this. Sorry, here. 70 square meters. This kind of design that they just rebuild it. They take everything. This has a little terrace, has a little bathroom. I mean, pretty nice. Okay, and it's in this area here. Okay, it's this building here that they're redoing. Okay, and even I have the video. Where is the freaking video? Fuck, I have so many things here. Okay, so this is the video of what they're building. Okay, they're already building it. There's a little bit where we're getting all of pressure to spend the money. Okay, so they're taking this and they're just redoing it. Okay, it could look quite cool. It could not look cool. Depends on how you see it. I see quite potential. Okay, and especially the key thing is that this is in a really good area. It's right here. So it's in the middle of, this is the kind of old school center. This is kind of very gentrified area, very cool. The hipsters, close to the sea relatively. You just need to take a tram. It takes you 20 minutes to the sea. So very nice area. We think the area has quite a bit of potential. It's a little bit weird that they haven't, another one that we saw that was in this area here, the university area, got sold immediately. This one, they're putting some pressure because they're already building, because they normally sell them before they start building to get the cash flow. And they're selling it for 180,000, okay? Well, 180, another 85,000, okay? 70 square meters, 73 square meters. They expect an average daily rate of 105 euros. A worst case scenario, I put here the pessimist, well, it doesn't matter. Here, what you see is the, no, let me put the standard one. Let's say that we would be making 25,000 euros per place, okay? Having spent 180,000 plus the taxes, plus the constitution of the company. Actually, I'm going to put a little bit more here because it's going to cost us more money. I'm going to put 2,000. Okay, yeah. Legal review. I'm putting a bunch of stuff here, actually. Okay, actually, we're going to put here, sorry, dude. 3,500, 3,000. Okay, we're really going to get upfront. This is the cost, because the whole cost of an apartment is going to be a little bit higher. Okay, it's going to be around 190,000 if you put all the tax and the law and the legal fees. And they're saying they can generate 105 euros average daily rate with 67% occupancy rate. They'll be charging 15% in terms of management fees. They say they will spend on supplies 4.5%. Actually, they said less, but I'm putting a more aggressive number. Property tax, and then general property management fee, okay, independent of the value, of saying, hey, we charge you this. So in reality, they're charging us 18%, okay? Management fee, yeah, 17.3. Sorry, I'm trying to make this work. Doesn't matter, fuck it. So we'll get a 9.94% clean, should be clean, profitability out of this. And then, let me just a second, Maria Laura. I'm just going to tell her that. Llamo 2 minutos. Llamo en 2 minutos. Esto. Okay, sorry about that. It's this company. Okay, it's this company. I don't want to get. We're trying to close the deal. It's getting a little bit complicated. Okay, so that's the deal. I did check the prices. I did check with the other company. I don't know why it doesn't appear here. AirDNA, which is a company that kind of analyzes macro data in terms of how much money you can be making. It said a lower number. Even in the lowest number, let's say, hey, instead of 105, let's say there's a little bit of a crisis, we'll make 6.05%. Not great. Best case scenario, almost 12%. Okay. So it's 70 square meters in the center of the city. I mean, maybe the price of something like this would be actually the same price in Valencia, probably even a little bit higher. It's just that the ground floor, that's the only limitation here. The ground floor, people obviously don't want to be in the ground floor, even if they have a terrace. But I think we're getting it cheaper than we would get it. It's obviously we're putting money and it hasn't been built, so there's always a risk there. But that's a little bit the picture. I think it's an attractive proposition. I'm not sure, but any guidance that you want to give me saying, hey, look out for this, look out for that. Oh yeah, rental. But the interesting thing is that it seems like an opportunity here. And a little bit if you give me a little bit of your feedback of saying what do you need to watch out. In theory, the licenses, once it's given, they can't really take it away. So those are two investments that we can make. And just want to get a little bit of your feedback or send me some questions and I'll answer back as fast as I can. We're closing the deal in 8 days. So time pressure as always.